Ah, the sleeping lion. Surely there's no better place to get a drink and relax after clearing out some dank dungeon. On this particular occasion, though, you are approached by a heavily scarred Inox. She sits at your table and pushes forward a piece of paper. An interested party would like to hire you to steal a valuable figurine from a residence in the battlements, she says matter-of-factly. The details are on the paper. Meet me in the back alley in 2 days' time, after the job is done. Well, we're trying to be good guys and keep a positive reputation, so no stealing from the town, I think. Incredulously explain she must have the wrong people, and you won't take the job. You grab the Inox's arm as she gets up to leave and push the paper back towards her. She looks incredibly angry as you explain that your group does not do this sort of thing. She wordlessly grabs the plans and storms out of the bar. The Cragheart is one quest away from completing his retirement mission. Elemental samples. The world is such a fascinating place, especially in the area around Gloomhaven. So many intriguing phenomena, so many fruitful examples to collect. The place is so dangerous though, it's likely best to find some help. Complete a quest in each of the 6 regions of the map. As you can see, I only have the Lingering Swamp left to complete. Upon retirement, I will unlock a new mercenary class. The only clue I have here is some triangles. And Gloomhaven's prosperity will increase by 1. Quickly, as a point of interest, the Brute has piety in all things. Donate 120 gold to the Sanctuary of the Great Oak. He is 30 out of 120. That's 9 more missions, gold allowing. The Scoundrel has augmented abilities. Own 4 enhancements requires access to the Enchantress, which I have just gained access to. And the Tinkerer has Eternal Wanderer, complete 15 scenarios from the base game. I have 8 out of 15. That's another 7 scenarios to complete. So, to the Great Oak. Brute will donate another 10 gold for a blessing and receive 2 bless cards in his attack modifiers, progressing his retirement goal. Each donation increases the devotion bar. Once it reaches the end, Gloomhaven will gain another prosperity. We'll have a donation from the Scoundrel, but we'll save the gold for the other 2. Here's a quick look at the equipment for each mercenary. I think the only suitable hand weapon for the Tinkerer would be the piercing bow, but we don't have the gold for that at this moment. Toxic Moor. Writings discovered on your adventures tell of a tree with great powers. Objective: kill all enemies, protect the tree. Enemies: black imps, giant viper, living corpse, and rending drake. Rewards: 1 treasure chest.
After finding evidence of a great, vibrant tree that rests in the heart of the Lingering Swamp, and learning that it has unique healing properties, you head to the south to see the thing for yourself.
You are trudging through some foothills when you hear the strangest sound in the distance. It sounds vaguely like wolves howling, but higher pitched, and there is a rhythm and a melody to it. You crest a nearby hill and survey the area, spying a pack of vermlings standing in a circle and singing. Singing is the best way you can think to describe it, anyway. Occasionally during the song, they also clap and dance around. Move closer and enjoy the music. Not wanting to disturb the ritual, you inch a little closer, staying out of sight, and then sit and listen. They go through a number of different tunes and you feel enriched by the experience. Gain 3 experience each.
When you locate it, however, the scene is not at all what you expected. Amidst poisonous waters, the giant tree stands ablaze. A number of drakes and other dark creatures scurry around it. "It's a mating ritual," an old Inox woman says, as she approaches you in a panic. "I've seen it up north. The drakes burn down trees as a show of their strength, but that tree is sacred. Please, you must do something. If the tree dies, my village will have no way to sustain itself."
Choosing battle goals. Aggressor requires opening the next door when there's a monster still alive in the current room. Workhorse, gain 13 or more experience points. Aggressor rewards with 2 perk points. Opener, be the first to kill a monster during the scenario. Straggler, take only long rests during the scenario. This should be the Cragheart's last mission, so this one isn't as important. Dynamo, kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 more points of damage than necessary. Zealot, have 3 or fewer cards in your hand and discard at the end of the scenario. Fast Healer, have your health at maximum at the end of the scenario. Masochist, have your health at the end of the scenario equal to 2 or less. Hovering near death at the end of the scenario, no thanks. The tree suffers 2 damage at the end of each round if a rending drake is in the same room. The tree can only be targeted or affected by heal abilities. All mercenaries start poisoned. Anytime a mercenary or summon with poison enters a water hex, they suffer trap damage. My perk priority was always to take ignore negative scenario effects. Only the brute did not have this available. So, only the brute will start this scenario poisoned, but there are plenty of monsters on the map who can dish out poison. Looks like all available monsters are available in this first room. Luckily, some of them are further away than others. Additional rooms are normally hidden until the door is opened. But as the tree is taking damage each round, it needs to be seen. But other monsters in that room are still concealed. Rearrange the mercenaries to put the tank to the front and the support characters to the back. I made sure the Tinkerer went first to aid all allies with +1 attack. And a stun on the elite for the next round. The brute picked up a wound from the drake's attack. loss card to gain an additional target on the next 4 ranged attacks. A simple heal 1 to remove the poison and the wound from the loot. Looks like I've picked the wrong hex to move to, as I'm missing out on the attack at the end of this action. Good shot. A kill and a critical on the other one. Shame there wasn't a trap to move this Drake into. Running back and forwards to get the 4+ movement, to gain the +1 attack from the horned helmet. As you can see from a dwarf of the game log, 3 base damage, +1 from the helm, +2 from adjacent to an ally, and a ×2 critical hit from the modifier deck. Total of 12, 8 more than necessary. That's the battle goal ticked off. Now to make use of backup ammunition card played in the first round, turning this card into attack 2 targets, consuming earth and using my power potion for maximum effect. The tree is down to 13 health. That's another 7 rounds. Another quick heal to remove the negative effects. Then the main heal. Another chance for a double target attack. But wait, this move has our enemies suffer 1 damage attack, and the Viper only has 1 damage left. Now I'm also in range of the Black Imp. But disadvantage on the Living Corpse, draws and loses the ×2 critical on the second card. The full effect of Backstab, a lost card, would have guaranteed the kill. +2 next to my ally, +2 next to none of its allies. I didn't want to lose the lost card, so a standard 2 attack +1 for poison. Since he only had 4 health left, I had a chance, but I drew my only -1 card. I had lined up Fatal Advance to kill 1 adjacent normal enemy, but the circumstances haven't gone the brute's way. I'm only in range of badly wounded enemies. I'll take out the Black Imp as it's the only one left with a poison attack. Actually, there's one more Black Imp. I didn't see him hiding there. Since I don't need to move, I'll strengthen my next attack by +1. Followed by a potion of power for +1 attack and a poison dagger for follow-up attacks. And the disarm so he can't hit back. right, I didn't see the water there. Difficult terrain, movement cost of 2. I'll use my winged boots to negate the extra movement cost. A move and attack in one action still leaves me my move 5 on the other card. Checking my hand, once open wound is used, I'll have smoke bomb by itself and have to rest. Time to use the stamina potion and regain 1 card to go for an extra turn. I went for Venom Shiv, an attack 3 poison, or a move 5. After much deliberation, I decided to skip the movement and get the gold. I failed to spot the water hazard again. Out of range for this attack. Out comes the battle axe for 2 targets. Both affected by the poison. Almost lose the goggles for advantage on this lost card with high damage. Only a miss or a -2 would have foiled that attack. Still not spotting this hazardous terrain. This time it's cost us. No one in range of this melee attack. Balanced measure would have paired perfectly with that move 6. Attack X, where X is the number of hexes you have moved this turn. Although the Black Imp has only 1 hit point left, I need to keep one enemy alive until I get the door open for the Brute's battle goal. Long rests all round, apart from the Tinkerer, who has 1 more turn left in him. Not sure why there was disadvantage on the Tinkerer, or why the Black Imp didn't move 1 hex away to avoid disadvantage on the Scoundrel. I'll drop Wall of Doom, Retaliate 2, Shield 2. The Cragheart will drop Forceful Storm, Attack 3, Range 3, Area Effect. And Sinister Opportunity from the Scoundrel. Attack 3, +1 attack for each ally adjacent to the target. And those long rests have taken care of some of the poison instead of healing 2. The tree is down to a health of 5, only 3 rounds to get it some help. The Tinkerer's turn to long rest. The new room reveals 2 drakes, 2 black imps, 2 vipers, and 2 living corpses, and a 3rd drake behind the tree. With the drakes causing damage to the tree, they have to be my primary targets. The Brute's attack has now all been healed by the Black Imps. Maybe the Scoundrel should have left the Black Imp to the Cragheart and used the second attack on another Drake. Not sure why the harmless contraption couldn't move towards the enemy this round. We'll need to use the winged boots to traverse the water hazard and enter the second room, and poison the elite Drake. Smoke bomb to go invisible and set up a double damage attack for the next round. Use the goggles to gain advantage and guarantee damage on both attacks. Now's a great time to use Fatal Advance. Kill one adjacent normal enemy. Also bypasses his shields. Technically 9 damage. I used Poison Dagger, but it didn't affect all enemies. It might have only affected the first one, who was already poisoned, so I don't know. Use my final movement point to get out of the way of the living corpse, who has a move 1, attack 5 with poison this round. Time to move up and get a heal ability on the tree, as it is running out of health. The tree is back to 7 health. That should be enough to take out the remaining Drake. Black Imp can't move, so has disadvantage. The Iron Helm turns the ×2 to a 0 and the 0 takes effect, and the Hide Armour negates the 1 damage. With a +2 for adjacent to an ally, and 1 for the poison, with a ×2 from Smoke Bomb and a ×2 drawn, this becomes a 24. That hit would have made short work of a boss level character. With the last of the drakes defeated, the tree is now safe, but we still have to clear all the remaining enemies. With the brute suffering from wound and only 1 hit point left, he's going to need some help from his allies. He's in serious danger. With brute force's wide attack and able to take on both Vipers. With the living corpse not attacking this round, I'll move closer and collect some gold. Now the harmless contraption decides to move. Needing the Boots of Striding here to pass over the water hazard to get within range to help the brute with a quick heal. The heal clears the wound, but the poison negates any hit point recovery. With the Cragheart and Brute being equal distance, the Brute's faster initiative has made him the target, and he's forced to burn a card to stay alive. The poison will still take effect though, hindering follow-up healing attempts. Boost my range attacks by 1. Attacking the living corpse with this one allows the secondary heal ability to help the brute. If I can get the brute some early healing, I can long rest, otherwise I'll have to short rest and go early. Only the Tinkerer had healing abilities left, and I could get him to go as early as 18 with Toxic Bolt, so I should be able to long rest the brute with relative safety. Luckily the Black Imps this round are only shielding and healing, and the living corpses aren't going to move, but they will have a strong attack 5. With the living corpse isolated from his allies, I can gain an additional 2 attack. And with him adjacent to the brute, I can gain a wound and an experience point. Finally, some health back on the brute. With shield 5, the black imps aren't worth attacking this round. That leaves the living corpse as the only viable target. And with the stun powder, that will stop any attacks from this living corpse. I'll move away to avoid disadvantage, and I still have an additional target from the card I played at the beginning of the scenario. Attack 4 with a stun on a loss card. We need to get rid of this Viper, we can't afford to keep getting poisoned every round. And it's worth 2 experience as well. And we're close enough to make a dash for the treasure chest. Weighted net, that looks like an item we can get in the merchant shop. We'll move up to get within range of the flamethrower. And attack 3 with wound on 2 of the targets. The living corpse is down to 1 health and should perish on his own turn. The harmless contraption finally got to do his decoy job, but the black imp had a 2-target attack. And he was a decoy for the Cragheart. I wanted to play this loot all within 2 hexes, but forgot I needed to move into a better position first. I'll short rest the brute to try to grab some more of the gold.
With the final creature destroyed, you're finally able to turn your attention to the tree and put out the blaze. It is heavily charred, but it should survive. I cannot thank you enough for what you have done, strangers, the old Inox says. I don't know why you showed up when you did, but I believe it was the work of the spirits. You are a miracle. The woman scratches her head. I cannot fathom what could cause drakes to travel so far south, though. Perhaps there is something working against the spirits as well. She hands you a couple of potions. In any case, please take these as a token of my thanks. My tribe extracts the healing powers of the tree to make them. I hope they are of some use to you.
Battle goals. The brute has aggressor. Have 1 or more monsters on the map at the beginning of every round, worth 2 perk points. The Cragheart has failed his battle goal, but he is about to retire. The Scoundrel, Dynamo. Kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 points of damage more than necessary, 1 perk point. The Tinkerer, Fast Healer. Your health at the end of the scenario to be equal to your maximum health, 1 perk point. Rewards: 2 major healing potions and 8 experience each. The major healing potions are going to be bound to a specific mercenary. The Brute will receive the first one as he is the melee class, and upfront and personal with the enemies. The major healing potion heals 5 hit points over the minor healing potion which only does 3. The Scoundrel will take the second. The Cragheart has completed his personal quest, and will now retire. It's a wonder that this city isn't crawling with scientists. Actually, given how dangerous it's been trying to explore Gloomhaven and its vicinity, it's not. But that's what this band of mercenaries were for. The results speak for themselves. The elemental levels here are unprecedented. Their possibilities nigh endless to you. You thank the mercenaries for their help, and prepare to make the long journey back to your lonely tower in the wilderness. You've got to cook up the best way to harness these powers fast. There will be other elemental enthusiasts coming to Gloomhaven soon. Please continue to follow my mercenaries on their quest through Gloomhaven.